thought it was going to be an OnlyFans video then. Most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Receiving out of booth, who is prancing, she's dancing and, well, showing a little bit of thigh, especially for you. Let's go and say hello.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
Spectacular evening on the downtown Kato Paphos Promenade, and we invite you to come for a little bit of a walk and perhaps a little bit of a dance with us. And you never know, we might get to meet some old friends, and you never know, we might get to meet some new friends.
Can you imagine, Mr. Paul? I am so busy dancing on this platform, and a silly woman called Очень красивая любовь is just becoming the fish. Mermaid.
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 Can't get your tongue round that one, can you?
I cannot
get my tongue round that one.
Not possible.
Let's get on to the Kato Paphos Promenade. Let's show you the beauty, the spectacality, some of the bars, some of the restaurants, and you never know, some of the stars that we're going to meet along the way. If you're looking for that special place to come for your holidays, Paphos should be at the very, very top of your list. It's a spectacular place, and at this time of year, middle of June, all the way through July, August, September, and even into October, if you want to get that spectacular suntan like the superstars all the way from Essex, of course, the beautiful blonde beauty, Miss Rachel, her partner in crime, Mr. Chris, this is the place for you.
Yes, it was a wonderful company of yours. So nice that we didn't want you to go, but we did understand that you have to go to your friends. And I hope you had a nice, lovely time.
They did indeed. They came out to celebrate a wedding. Some people came to Cyprus and got married. It was their first time in Paphos. They had a great, great time, and they were going back to the hotel, the Sofiana, which is a great hotel, by the way, to have the final shindig of the week. And they gave us the great honour and the great pleasure to sit with us in the Jalalamo for an hour or so, and we had a good chat and a good laugh along the way. The night before, we were given the great honour and the pleasure to be wined and dined. Well, not wined, it was actually cafe latte, because in the Royal, I'll let you into a little secret, Miss Andrea, they don't sell the real thing, they only sell that Pepsi stuff. So Mr. Ian Costa and of course his partner in crime, Miss Tina, they had a Pepsi each, a latte each. I had a couple of lattes, receiving the booth. Not sure what you had. Did you have a pint of beer and then a glass of wine?
Yes.
You did, didn't you?
Yes.
And we had a spectacular chicken kebab.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness, it was
really,
nice.
Really, really nice, I have to say.
Yes.
And
they'll
the
be back now.
presentation
Yes.
was the best, I think.
Well, I think most of all, the company was the best.
And the company, first of all the company, and then all the best was coming and coming slow, time to time. And slowly, of course, we find out that time is not waiting for us. As you understand, when you're spending the time nicely, it flies away. And then we had to say goodbye. But never mind, we will see them again.
We will indeed.
Definitely.
Mr. Ian, Miss Tina, we hope that you're back home safe. Well, we know you're back home safe. And hopefully the Citroen starting, and hopefully the Vauxhall Mocha is dancing down the street as well. Hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon. We are great, great friends, and we understand that many of our family members, we're not going to see you that often. We understand that, but that doesn't mean that we're not friends. And I say this to everybody: if you come to Paphos, if you come to Cyprus, and if something happens to go wrong, I don't know, your car breaks down, wherever you may be, please, please call me and I'll come and help you. And there's no charge for that, by the way. That's the friendship of the channel, of Marika and me. And all the people we've met, if we can help you in any way, please, please drop it in the messages, email us, call me on my number, and we'll do our very, very best to help you along the way. It's getting dark, Receiving.
And then I cannot miss and not to say about our dearest members of family that we met last night. Our dearest Miss Helen.
Rachel. Ah, yes, sorry.
Miss Helen also, and Mr. Neophytos.
Yes.
We had a lovely time
indeed.
talking, discussing the worlds, the time, how the times changed, what's on news, and they are quite happy in the place where they live in Australia.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that the people who were brought from Cyprus found their lovely nest, and they're spending their time so nicely, and they really, really appreciate the support of all the government and all the workers and everything they get there. Really, really glad about that, because it doesn't happen very often, especially if you're changing the place of living, somewhere where you have never been before. You always have a fear how it's going to be.
It is indeed. And of course, it is a big shout out. Rachel, big shout out to you again. Obviously, your partner in crime, Mr. Chris. But of course, after that, we were then accosted again. And we got to meet the superstar, the star of the show. Sorry, Dayman, we have another star. And we haven't come up with a title yet, so we're asking you, what is the title that we can give to a lady all the way out in Australia? She comes to Cyprus once a year with Neophytus, her husband. They are of Cypriot descent, obviously, but they now live in Australia. They've lived there for 40 years. They keep coming back to Cyprus because, of course, it's their birthplace and their heritage place. So we're looking for a special title. So, Dayman, you're the girl in charge of the show. So please, rack your brains and come up with a superstar title for the girl known as Miss Helen from Australia. But we want to give her something special. I don't know. Could it be the Queen of Australia? I don't know. We'll leave it to you.
You know, it was so nice, and I'm telling to all of our dearest members of family, it was so nice that we met and we just talked. We just were talking as like Miss Helen, she said that I have a sense that we have seen each other many times, or we've been knowing each other so long, which is of course thanking to our films that we filming. And she said that I have a sense that I've been knowing you so long, and you know, it was such an atmosphere where you could feel very
It was a love.
very connected.
It was indeed. We sat there for over an hour, and to be honest, the time went like that. We didn't even have a drink because Neophytus didn't want to have a drink. He'd already had umpteen coffees. I'd had umpteen coffees. Marika had wine, beer, this and that, and Helen didn't want anything. So we sat there in the Gilalamo for over an hour and chewed the fat, as we say. And, well, Neophytus made me laugh quite a few times, that was for sure. And Miss Helen, well,
Mr.
she
Paul,
melted
I was not
our hearts.
choosing anybody fat.
Chewing the fat is an English phrase
I
for
thought you
sitting there
saying
chatting
that
away.
Marika was having this and that, and then choosing the fat man.
Yes, well, see if you can get your tongue round this. There's a place in the Lake District, and it's called Cockermouth.
Oh, I cannot get my mouth.
I didn't
out.
think you
My
could.
tongue get
How's
out.
your swallowing today, by the way?
Oh, my swallowing is quite well.
Very good.
I haven't swallowed anything bad today.
There's
I'm
sti-
in the dust.
There's still time. Right, here we go. There's dogs everywhere, prancing up and down the downtown Kato Paphos Promenade. Two little cuties, and there's a superstar on the block, and his name is Mr. Polis. And what does Mr. Polis do? Well, Mr. Polis is going to tattoo the life out of you. There's the smiling face, and there's his victim. Let's see what he actually does. There we are. If you want one of these indelible ink tattoos to commemorate that special trip, this is the man for you. Could be a special wedding. Have your hands, have your feet done. He's got books, and you come here, choose what you want. It could be something very simple indeed, or it could be something very complex indeed. There's book after book. Look at that. Works of art. And we were chatting to him the other day. Something like that costs around about 20-ish euros. Obviously, you probably want both hands done, so he'll do a special deal especially for you. And it is book after book after book. So come on down. This is the special place for you, and it really is. The price is right.
I think his eye is so good because it's getting darker, and he doesn't use the glasses whatsoever. I think Mr. Polis is an eagle.
He's an artist.
Eagle eye.
Isn't it? There's some people over there waving at us. Hold on, we have an example. Look at that.
Wow.
We have an example
Wow,
of
beautiful.
Mr. Polis's spectacular
Well
work.
done, you.
And the lady is an absolute star. Now, there's a man over there waving to us, and his wife's that little bit shy. Go on, Gracie Labouve. His wife's off. She's off. She's shy. What's your name?
It's Ian. Nice to meet you. The most beautiful woman in the world, obviously.
Well, she's over there. She's over there. Come.
She won't.
She will. She's just shy. She's shy. Where are you from?
We're from London.
Right.
South, from Kent.
What's your name? I know you're shy. I understand. But great to meet you. And a spectacular dress, by the way. Spectacular.
Watch you all the time.
Ian,
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Have a great evening. Have a great evening. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. What? She wants to make us all famous. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again very soon. Lovely. Thank you. Absolute stars on the downtown Kato Paphos Promenade. We love it when we get stopped. We love it when we get accosted. They were standing in the sidelines. The lady was a bit shy. The husband wanted to come. She persuaded him to go away, and in the end, he got his way. Receiving a booth?
Such moments, you know me, Mr. Paul. I will not comment anything else, and I'm melting away and becoming a river, which is connecting to the blue Mediterranean Sea. These people are amazing. The ladies, it's just
She's a bit
shy, but very sweet.
You know what I thought? Her dress was beautiful.
Yes.
And of course it was blue.
Yes.
But it was beautiful.
Yes.
And she was beautiful as well.
And I love everything with the little spots.
Little marks and little dots and little spots.
Round.
Yeah. But it was a beautiful dress on a beautiful lady. And of course, the partner in crime, Mr. Ian.
And the man was in blue,
Our
Mr.
superstar.
Ian.
He was in blue. A man after my own heart with a great smile. Let's keep going down the Kato Paphos Promenade. There's restaurants, there's bars all around us, by the way. Lots of people are having a great time indeed. And if you want to have a braid, if you want to be braided the life out of you, this could be that special place for you. The Rastafarian, probably the greatest hair braider in the entire world. And there are some of her previous victims. Plenty of ideas. Look at that. So come on down and see the girl with the most spectacular smile in the entire world. She's busy. Let's get round and see if she's in a good mood. Are you having a good day? Are you busy?
Yeah.
Yes, there we are. The busiest braider in downtown Kato Paphos. Probably the best.
You
Receiving?
know, every time this lady is so shy, and every time we come to her to ask or to comment something, she's always smiling. Bless her. This
She has
is
a
always a
spectacular
good.
smile.
Yes. She's got a very good manners and always smiling. And you know, even if you don't have to like me or Mr. Paul, but hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We saw your blog.
Hello, sir. Hold on. We've been
I do
accosted.
apologise.
No, you're right.
please
No,
delete
you're right.
that.
What's your name?
It's Ray.
Ray.
So
Do you watch us now and again?
we did. So we did a little dip in because we don't want to get too involved because otherwise you get good stuff, you get bad stuff, and you've got to make your own opinion. But we saw you. Where's my wife? Oh, look.
She's not coming.
She's not coming.
We'll go and chase her.
We
We'll
watched
go and
the different
chase her.
ones. We're down at the Amphora, so we watched you walking along and doing some
Right.
bits and pieces. And so,
Amphora's pretty good.
yeah, no, we're away later in the year on an all-inclusive, so we wanted to have somewhere we could pick and choose and
Yeah,
eat
that's
where
right.
we wanted
That's
to
right.
eat when we wanted
And
to
the
eat.
view
And the view's
is
perfect,
spectacular.
absolutely.
Because
So
it's
go
at
back
that
later
height
tomorrow.
elevation. The boss is coming.
Can I say something?
The boss
All
is
the
coming.
wives
The boss
today
is coming.
are so shy. Hello.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi,
What's
pleased
your
to
name?
meet you. Anushka.
Anushka.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a name. Where's that from?
It's a Russian name, but I am not.
Receiving?
It's out of a book,
A book a
1001
mum was
Nights.
reading at the time.
Aha. There we are.
A Russian name.
Yes.
Are you Russian?
No. But a mum was reading a book. And in there was that name.
How interesting.
It's
But
very
it's
interesting.
beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Anushka, you know what doesn't it? It's actually from the name Anne. But when we say Anushka, it's like we're loving her. It's in a loving way.
Yeah. So,
We wondered
Anushka,
if we
we're loving you.
bumped into you and last night, and then New just spotted you and went, look there, and I went,
So what you new?
All of
no,
them, yeah.
No,
Yes,
that's
it's
very cool.
your
Yeah.
photo,
Yeah.
Both versions
say
are
when-
beautiful. As she is.
Lovely to
Correct
see
smile.
you. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
And you. You have a great time. See you, new. Adios. Adios. Das Vidania. See you later. Absolute superstars on the downtown Kato Paphos Promenade. For some reason, people don't ever seem to wonder and look where they're going, by the way. But luckily, we didn't smack the girl in the face. Luckily. There we are. Receiving?
My God, I'm melting away.
What a name.
I'm melting. Anushka.
Yes, what
but
a name.
She's putting the tone Anushka, which is even nicer.
Hold on. There's a superstar. Look at that. He's checking his flock are all safe. He's pondering about dragging these two people, and that's Major Tito. And he's the superstar in charge of the the Harbour restaurant. Now, we're coming to the end of this little video, but we're going to introduce you to one final superstar, and probably the most beautiful woman in the downtown Kato Paphos Promenade. Great braiding. She looks beautiful. Her ears are warm today. And there is the man who likes to put an "oo" on the end of your name. Are you busy? Okay. He's only made a couple of thousand today.
If no, I'm happy anytime.
Yes, he's always happy. How's your wallet? How's your wallet?
Yeah, I put to the other side.
This
To
is
the other
Katerina
side.
was saying to me.
Here you see, look,
Yeah. He's put the umbrella, as you can see, to that side, and his wife to that side, and the chair to that side.
because the money,
He's not stupid. He's not stupid, is he? Because the money's in that side.
umbrella security.
But she's not stupid. She's not stupid. She's going to pop something into his tea and, well, get his money. What do they do? Well, if you want your name on a grain of rice with an "oo" on the end of it, this could be the man for you. Your name on a grain of rice. It can be in English, French, German, Swahili, whatever language you want, you can choose. Different coloured bracelets, there's different dye, there's roses, there's all sorts of things that can go in there. If your name is Miss Ness, perhaps you can get a tag from Mr. Willow, and of course, Mr. Monty, or perhaps some true seashells. It really, really is that special bracelet for your mum, your dad, your auntie, and if you want an "oo" on the end of it,
Look, a
that's the
long
man.
name now, right? Before.
What name is that? How'd you say it?
Chris of Landis, it's a Greek name, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
12. Are you going to put an "oo" on the end?
And the head, oh.
On the end. There we are. So this is what he does. You write it down just so you understand, so there's no mistake, what message you may want, and then Constantinos puts it on that grain of rice or on a true seashell. He actually made a little stone yesterday, didn't you? For some people from a wedding. Miss Rachel, Mr. Chris. That's the man who made your little bit of art. Did you charge them? Oh, you did? How much did you charge them?
When
For the stone?
Yes, at the stone. No, it was Fred. I said no. But they give me something.
Yes, I understand that. There we are. I knew he would do it for free. Superstar, thanks, Constantinos. You have a great night. Absolute star amongst stars. We're going to go and see one more superstar, and then we're going to call it a night. We're going to go and get a drink. But don't worry, we're going to come back that little bit later, and we're going to make a night-time video. Here's the man. The man known as Mr. Chris. How you doing, Chris? You all right?
Yeah, I'm alright. You late today?
You've missed me today, have you?
Of course I missed you.
Sponge sales must be down.
Yeah, you promised me you'll come.
Tomorrow I'm coming. Often in the daytime I come down and sit with Mr. Chris because he treats me to probably the greatest coffee in the whole of Paphos, and we have a chat and, well, we have a wiggle around on YouTube, that kind of thing. What does he do? Well, he's in charge of all of the worldwide sponge sales in downtown Kato Paphos. And if you want to look beautiful, what you've got to do is get yourself one of those. Haven't you, Grisivi?
And you've got to put whatever stuff you like from one side and leave another side a little bit dry, not too dry, in order to not to scratch your skin. And then just make this with the stuff that you like, spray. On the other side it's a little bit dry, but not very dry. And then take the dead skin off. Wow.
It's clinically proven to open your pores.
Actually, it is. It repeats. If you look carefully, it repeats our skin with these pores. Some pores, actually the same with our skin, are big. Some pores are small, and that's because it's the natural organism.
It is. It's a natural organism that grows in the Mediterranean Sea. It's plucked by some very special divers, obviously in protective equipment with special boats. Harvested, brought back, cleaned down and cut down to various sizes. You've got some small ones, some medium ones, and then these brownie ones, coffee colour.
Mr. Paul,
Yes,
I
Christine?
want you to pay attention of this. Now, probably Mr. Chris has put some spray, and it's, you know, as like I'm touching some
It's super soft,
some
isn't it?
flower.
It is indeed.
It reminds me the, how you call
The
this?
petals of
No,
the flower.
the animal with the peacock.
Peacock. A
Peacock.
peacock. You're thinking of Mr. Mart.
No peacock.
No.
Another hodgecock.
Hedgehog.
Hedgecock.
What did you say? A hotchcock? What's a hotchcock?
I don't know.
Let's stick with the swallowing. There we are. So, The brown ones are rougher, just so you understand. They're that little bit stronger if you're that little bit dirty, and of course the cream ones are that little bit softer,
But
ideal
every
for
single-
children's skin.
Well, this is amazing because it repeats the naturality of the when the sea is washing up the rocks. It repeats it.
Spectacular natural sea sponges, and if you want to buy some, that's the man to come and see. Mr. Chris, a superstar amongst superstars, and then his sideline is, well, special shells. Hold on a second, that's a nice medium-sized one. Let's have a listen and see who we can hear.
Oh, the wife is
Yep,
calling.
that's Hassan calling me. I haven't got a wife, I divorced her 20 years ago. Braziliana boo.
Well, it's amazing. The one sponge doesn't look like another, and every time I come here, I admire the beauty of every single piece of sponge.
She does indeed. So if you want that special shell, this is the place for you. There's some special polished ones. Look at these works of art, by the way. Absolute works of art. And on top of all of that, in his spare time, he whizzes around and masquerades as a traffic warden. So when he's a bit short of cash, what he does is pops on a traffic warden's outfit and goes looking for you and issues you the €25 ticket.
Can
Proceed
you
with the
imagine
boo.
if I steal now this bike? No, I won't. I just would like to tell you how nice to be sitting. Can you imagine if I fall down of this, what is this, police one?
Well, yes. So be very, very careful. Otherwise, Sergeant Stavros is going to knock seven bells out of
I
you.
would like to tell you many, many thanks and many, many kisses from the bottom of our two hearts, plus this bike, by the way. And I would like to tell you how much we love you, and we're loving you to bits, and again and again. Don't forget to come and see another of our mattresses.
On that note, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Of course, if you do like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness. If you want to see the dancing, prancing, most beautiful woman in the world. We thank all of the superstars for watching. We thank all of the people who've been accosting us. Why not click through to our About page where you could buy us a coffee or two as a thank you or as a tip. Or perhaps become one of our superstar members, like many of the people. The superstar known as Dayman. And of course, Lady Sally, Michael Crompton. It goes on and on. Thanks very much for watching. She's dancing. And we'll
I
see
can
you
hear the music, of
again
course.
very, very soon.